got it from my daddy. Daddy. I feel nice. You look nice. 널 보자마자 나 어머나 땡 잡았어. Don't think twice. 이미 게임 끝났어. You be my curry. I'll be your rice.
But might have a little fight here before that even happened. Big solo from there coming up. Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh, they're on top of everyone, and they're going in. Samir doing amazing things right there.
Hold up, wait a minute. 지금부터 선수끼리 밤이 아까워. Turn up louder.
Sasha's whipping.
He's the only one that's still alive on air check, but he doesn't even care. This is going to be a game.
Roger kill!
Kill! What's a kill for Ham Hippie?
Hey, where'd you get that body from? Where'd you get that body from? Where'd you get that body from?
I got it from my daddy. I got it from my daddy.
They're about to snowball out of control.
Where'd you get that body
Completely goes wide with the chain, but he's still on ultra. It doesn't really matter. He's really low. He was so much over by Pumps to save his life. Now Bounce could be getting pretty low here. He's going to be able to save it. It's right on his house and secures the kill on Shu.
Nice flash.
Just flash on out of there. The spear might go down. Oh! Don't get my vermin there to clean it up! What? Great double kill.
I'm on fire. Take you higher. 넌 한 폭의 명작. 난 아낌없는 buyer. Don't be a liar. 까고 말해봐요. I'll be your honey. Never expire.
Dire actually countered it. It's gonna be going in, getting stunned up by Camille. Zabel ults in, gets a lot of damage down. Mine's Dire trying to go back onto Blueprint, doing a little bit, gets the shield up. Zabel super low. Ultimate from Camille goes no way.
Oh my god.
Hold up, wait a minute. 지금부터 선수끼리 밤이 아까워. Turn up louder. 불타오르는 아름다운 그대여. How you like me now? How you like me now? How you like me now? How you like me now?
Hey, where'd you get that body from? Where'd you get that body from? Where'd you get that body from?
I got it from my daddy. I got it from my daddy. I got it, got it.
Hey, where'd you get that body from?
I got it from my daddy. I got it from my daddy. I got it, got it.
Hey, where'd you get that body from?
But the Dragon's already going to go over to Ocean. A big elastic slingshot onto Mont Blanc, and Crack Variety is here. Laserbeam's going to try and pick up Jamie, but it's not going to be enough. Gramina is going to get the return kill there. Not quite. And this is a huge team fight for Crack Variety. Such low health are he's going triple kill. Do we see a Quadra? This is a Penta. Crack's daddy is Crack attack. He's in the Penta. Right.
I got it from my daddy. Daddy. I got it from my daddy.
Val gonna be chunked down a little bit here. Comes the paranoia. Big shot. Oh my god, he's gonna go golden. He's gonna go wide. He's got the flashing from Pinkle Popper, and he's on a killing spree. This is the team fight.
Hello, and welcome back, Rekt League. I gotta say, I am so hyped after that video. Thank you so much to Brian the Broken and Adolma for putting in the work for that. That was so sick. And I'm Darth Ted. We're here with quarterfinals. Playoffs are here. We're excited. We're ready. We're on a new patch, and I'm joined by Valib. How's it going, my dude?
Dude, it is going, and it's gonna keep going.
Hell yeah.
I'm really excited to see us kick things off here for some playoff action today.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be super fun, and we got an exciting one starting off. It's gonna be Mountain versus Krugs right off the rip. They're sitting in lobby right now, just waiting us to talk through their lane matchup. So let's just jump straight into it. So we got the top lane matchup coming at us right now. For some reason, this is lagging a little bit on my end. Okay, that's not right. There it is. There we go. Sorry, no, that's still not right.
getting warmer.
Yeah, it's just jumping
Warmer.
through all the matchups backwards for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it is.
We're almost there. There's
Almost
only one
there.
lane left.
Aim. All right, so in the top lane, we got it. Mind's Desire versus Delta Centaurus. We saw Mind's Desire popping off in the past couple of weeks. I'm excited for this one. What do you got for me?
Dude, those numbers are so scary. Those numbers are so scary. I mean, sure, the sample size is kind of small-ish, but what is he? I think he's played like 4 games, and we're seeing Mind's Desire with a plus 55 CSD at 15. That's absolutely insane. But likewise, Delta Centauria also extremely, extremely impressive numbers. Like, if I had somebody on my team with those numbers, I would be absolutely thrilled. So we have two Titans here just ready to duke it out. Pretty cool to see that Delta Centauria is 4-0 on the Camille. Hasn't quite seen as much success on the Renekton. I don't know. It's going to be extra. I mean, Delta's going to have his work cut out for him for sure. I think Mind's Desire has proved he's a Titan on pretty much anything he plays, and I don't think you're actually going to be able to ban out his champion Ocean, as he called it. So I think Mountain either gotta, I don't know, maybe go for some cheese on Mind's Desire and try and get him down early, or maybe focus their efforts elsewhere and hope that they can snowball another part of the map. I don't know. It's going to be a really hard one, and I'm really looking forward to seeing some action here in the top lane.
Yeah, me too. And honestly, the Camille pick 4-0 on it. Delta has looked so good on that champion. I'm looking for him to pick it up and bring it to Mind's Desire. But Mountain has elected to pick blue side in this matchup, so Mind's Desire is definitely going to be able to have the counter pickup for that top lane matchup, and we know that's where Krugs are going to be throwing most of their efforts, getting that guy ahead. It's going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
wholeheartedly agree. I think I strongly believe that that Krugs will save counter pick for top lane.
All right, but we're moving over to the jungle now. We got Dutch Clutch versus Rain Freeze, and I don't know. We're seeing a big difference of style out of these two junglers.
Yeah, we sure are, right? I think a lot of it has to do with perhaps Rain Freeze maybe being new to the role earlier on in the season. I think he may not have had the most experience coming into the season on jungle, but he's grown a ton, and we have especially seen that over the past couple of weeks. You know, as I see 2 Udyr games here for Dutch Clutch, so definitely has a soft spot in my heart. But likewise, both of these gamers have 4 games on Nocturne, so another soft spot in my heart. I don't know. I gotta root for them both. I've actually before the season started, I think had the pleasure of scrimming Dutch Clutch, and he is quite a formidable jungler. So I definitely think he'll be able to take it to Rain Freeze, and I think this is one of the points that Mountain will have to try to capitalize on, because I think this is one of the lanes where they will have one of their biggest advantages.
Yeah, and I guess that's the point I wanted to bring up the most. Elo value-wise, because that's what the Rekt League is based off of, Dutch Clutch should have the advantage over Rain Freeze. And this is the biggest point of pressure that Mountain actually has on Krugs. So Dutch Clutch needs to come ready today. He needs to perform, and he needs to outplay Rain Freeze at pretty much every step of the game for Mountains to come ahead in there.
Oh, for sure. A lot of it's going to hinge on how successful Dutch Clutch is, but no pressure, buddy.
Yes, but we do have Aerofox in the game 1 for Dutch Clutch. Side note. So
Okay.
that will be a substitution. Dutch Clutch's train ran a little bit late, and he will not be playing in the first one. So just pointing that out. So going to be looking forward to Dutch Clutch in the second one. But for now, Aerofox, you got to come clean, come strong, my dude.
Yeah, no pressure on you either.
No pressure.
Just, you know, your team's success rides on your shoulders. That's it.
Yes, it does. And now we go to the mid lane. We got Cop versus Grandma Nut. I'm honestly not sure what to make out of this one, especially with all the new changes. We see Brand and Malzahar on opposite sides, and both those champions are absolutely dominant in solo queue right now.
Yeah, Malzahar absolutely cranks, and so does Brand. I'm not sure if... So, I think Cop transitioned to mid kind of partway through the season, right? So
Yeah.
we may not have seen all he has to offer champion-wise. Gotta expect him to have cooked up something special here with the the given changes. But I don't know. I think Grandma Nuts. I mean, he's proven that he's been pretty solid on Annie and Malzahar. You gotta expect at least one of those to get through the ban phase. I think maybe you consider banning Malzahar, but I I don't see it kind of worthwhile to spend a ban on Annie. I mean, Grandma Nuts been pretty consistent, but you can also see that he has been dropping a bit in CS, right? So minus 18 at 15 minutes. So and potentially another point for Mountain to attack. I don't know. Maybe we're gonna see some more Dark Harvest Nunu. Who knows?
Yeah, and I mean Nunu right now is absolutely absurd. We found that out yesterday. Got absolutely steamrolled a couple of games by him, but that was in the jungle, not mid lane. I really love Cop's supportive mid lane style, picking up the Galio for quite a bit of games too. Just playing that big team fight tanky support champion that can just, be the engage, be the secondary engage when someone goes in. It really brings a lot to the table, and he actually had it banned a lot against him later on in the season. So I'm curious if that slips through at all.
Ooh, yeah, we'll see.
All right, now moving on to the bot lane matchup, we got Knifeu Cat versus Covert Panda, and I'm thinking Samira is probably the most contested champ right now for these two teams.
Yeah, if I'm blue side, I'm not banning it, and I'm kind of forcing Krugs to ban it. But knowing Covert Panda, he is probably like, it's just Samira, no problem. We can just play XYZ into it. I don't actually know what those XYZ things are, but I know Covert Panda is definitely not going to be mad about ever being able to play Senna. So we'll see if maybe Mountain considers banning the Senna.
Yeah, I mean, they both share the same exact champ pool right now, and it's going to be interesting with the 80 carry item changes to see if they pick up the strongest 80 carry right now, which is Ashe, instead of the three that are in front of them. But yeah, sometimes comfort's more.
Both these players are quite talented, so even if they haven't played Ashe thus far, that it's still on the table. Definitely not something that you can count out for them.
Yeah. And now we'll go to the bot lane, the support matchup. We got Timberland versus... Oh, that is wrong.
That is wrong.
That is wrong. I made a boo-boo. Oh, I'm sorry. I will fix that momentarily. Sorry, everyone.
Shout out to Worthy Dust.
Shout out to Worthy Dust. Getting prepared for the next one. Oh, no. I made a bigger boo-boo.
We've had worse things happen.
Yeah, sorry.
At least the stream still works. That's what's important.
It has crashed on us before.
The screen is black, but I think we're still live.
Apologies to Mont Blanc right there. That is my bad, everyone. And we got it up. Hey, sorry.
That's right, Mont Blanc. I agree.
Toxic. Darth Head, toxic. Oof. Yeah, apologies. But we're here now. We got Timberland versus Mont Blanc. The kill participation out of Timberland is pretty strong, 65% compared to Mont Blanc's 58%. And we're just seeing a bunch of engaged champions coming out for Mont Blanc, which we always know and we love. But these two players are very much about the hook champs, and we both love that because it's going to be a lot of action.
It's also worth noting that Mont Blanc's KP might be slightly lower because Mind's Desire does occasionally do some 1v5 stuff on his own. So that can definitely have an influence on the kill participation. But Timmy definitely looking extremely strong. I'm not sure how well Blitzcrank will do into Mont Blanc's champion pool, but some Alistar action seems pretty good to me.
Hell yeah. Alistar's always been such a good disengaged champ, and when you're against two players like Covert Panda and Mont Blanc who always want to just go in, it's pretty nice because they're going to be stepping forward, and it's very easy gank setup for your jungler whenever he comes to gank, so it could be the pick.
I gotta say, if I'm Timmy, I'm not opting for any Sona here. That is probably the last thing I'm considering.
It's probably a death sentence. All right. Well, those are our matchups. We're looking forward to it. The players are in lobby right now, and they're very anxious to get started, so we're probably just going to send it. I'm going to let them know we are ready, and then once they go in, we're going to be starting playoffs. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hell
We
yeah.
have the pleasure of being the first ones to kick it off.
And it is a pleasure indeed. And they're going to be fighting over this little thing right here. Eventually, they're going to be getting to the finals and wanting to win a mug for themselves. We'll have to see if one of these two teams can do it.
It's a very nice mug you got there.
It is fantastic.
You know what's also fantastic? Panda. Panda is fantastic.
Panda is so fantastic.
I think the real question is are the Krugs boys wearing their Panda merch? That's the real.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good question. I don't know.
They must be. I'd be offended if they weren't.
I would be too, honestly.
Affirmative. All right, Mont Blanc is wearing the merch.
Hell yeah. All right, and we're getting into it. Mountain on blue side being higher seed, electing for that first pick, banning out Kale against Mind's Desire. Pretty smart. Kale seems very strong with the
Kale
item
is
changes.
quite a nice champion here today with the recent changes, and quickly getting rid of Camille.
Yeah, Camille, very smart ban. We talked about that for Delta. And the Annie ban.
Okay, so to me that says that they're also going to ban the Malzahar.
Or maybe they pick it. I mean, Samira is on the table.
True. They might just pick it. You're right.
Yeah. Oh, this is interesting.
Pick your poison now. One of them's getting through.
You have the Samira Senna matchup is probably going to be played all 3 games if we go to 3 games. Because both these AD carries really like him. Both are very strong right now.
Wow.
Okay. So, since Aerofox is in, I don't think he plays Nocturne. I'm not very sure he's jungle champions, but it's smart getting rid of that for Rain Freeze. And we get a Smear ban. There it is. Okay,
Surprise.
cool. That's smart. Rain Freeze is one of Rain Freeze's strongest champions was a Sejuani, so it's a pick away, but it also gives Aerofox something he's very comfortable on. So it's smart since he's subbing in.
I think it's awesome to pinch the champion pool of Rain Freeze here. I am surprised, though, that they went for the Annie ban over the Malzahar ban. I don't know, maybe they're okay with letting Malzahar through because he doesn't really start cranking until maybe like 15 minutes or so. 15 minutes onward, but yeah, interesting. We are seeing the Senna quickly taken away for Krugs. And one of my favorite champions, the cursed mummy himself, Amumu.
Yeah, I mean, tell us about it. Give us the Amumu matchup right now.
Amumu is he's kind of like Mundo right now. He goes where he pleases. So, definitely one of the easier champions to pick up. Some people say he doesn't have the highest skill cap, although I would somewhat argue with that, but I do agree. Yeah, I mean, tank junglers are just pretty solid right now. Makes a lot of sense for Sejuani to be picked up, as well as the Amumu here. I wonder if they were actually surprised to see the Amumu pick or not. I haven't actually looked at Rain Freeze's match history, but I don't think there's any doubt that Mind's Desire was like, yo, Rain Freeze, try this one out, buddy.
Yeah, sounds good. And then we got a Jin and a Brand pickup. So
we got
knife,
the big damn,
yeah,
the big damn
big
brand.
damage. And it'll be interesting to see if that goes mid or to support.
Yeah, and we are seeing Phase 1 rounded out with the Malzahar pickup. I fully expect this brand to be mid lane, but could definitely flex it for sure.
Yeah, but both teams kind of looking similar, as Simulated Chloe pointed out. 2 tank junglers, some supportive ADCs, and then if it's mid lane, then you got some big damn there.
There's some huge damn. I think Brand is kind of nice because, like, I think it's not too terribly hard from the pop Malzahar's shield. The drawback is that Brand's cooldowns aren't the lowest, so having to use a spell to break Malzahar's passive shield kind of sucks if you can't get an auto attack off, but you definitely have, like, the tools to be able to kill the Malzahar if the Malzahar is letting their guard down.
With the new changes to Brand's E, being able to just use it on a minion and having it bounce anyways, like that could be pretty easy to proc the shield.
True.
If Malzahar standing next to minions.
Yep, you are right. I forgot about that one. Good call.
Yeah. And we got some more bans coming out, aimed at the top lane for the side of Mountain, which is expected. And then a Blitzcrank ban at Timberland and the Rekt ban against Delta. So we're going to see some spicy action. But we're getting the Leona, which is...
Letting the Leona through, and...
he's going to take it.
Daddy Kaiser is still available, but... I don't know. It's you're blind picking here, Delta. Good luck.
Good luck, my dude. And we knew it was going to come down with this.
Right.
Okay. Thresh into Leona. Mountain planned for this. They knew Mont Blanc was going to go for that champion. And Jhin Thresh lanes are pretty oppressive just because you can CC a target for a very, very long time. And we'll have to see what Delta wants to pick.
Look at this Krugs team, how much CC they have. Like, Mind's Desire may have free reign with whatever he picks.
Yeah. Ooh, a Gnar. Okay. So some of the bigger Gnar counters are off the table with the Jax, the Camille, and the Renekton, but there's still an opportunity for Mind's Desire to pull something out like the Lucian top, which is so strong into Gnar.
Yes.
We're just getting a wombo.
Love it.
Holy crap. So that's a Leona ultimate with a Malphite ultimate with a Mumu ultimate and a Senna ultimate on top. That is so much 5v5 damage there. Oh, it's crazy. Yeah. Oh god. Do not fight.
Big old stacky stack.
And honestly, like a Galio pickup for Cop would have been so great in here, mitigating a lot of that team fight damage.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think... I don't know. I'm still a fan of the brand pickup, right?
Yeah,
especially because it was phase 1. So we didn't actually know what the Krugs team would pan out to be. But there is so much CC here for the side of the Krugs. I am cautiously worried for Mountain, but I mean, Mountain also has their own counterplay.
Yeah, and Sejuani, Thresh, and Brand pull out a lot of disengage, which is really nice. Like, they have engage as well, but the Flay, the Sejuani ultimate, can really split up team fights and allow for this Jhin on the backline and the Brand to do a good amount of damage to the front line and melt them before Senna and Malzahar can really actually join the fight. So if Mountain plays this correctly, they can win pretty well. But the issue is if they fall behind early in this game, then Krugs are just going to 5-mana turret, dive you, kill you, then take the turret over and over again, and there's going to be no way to actually come back. So
yeah,
you really need to hope that Mountain can at least stay even in these lanes.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mountain... I mean, their laning phase, I think they kind of have to get ahead. I think Krug's team fight is just so strong, and like ease of execution definitely favorable for Krugs here with regard to the team fight. So, you know, in that vein, I think if Mountain does want to kind of take the dub here, they got to get ahead during their lanes, right? Such that, like, even if their team fight is harder to execute or potentially weaker, like if they already have an advantage, like they may be able to overcome the other, you know, their shortcomings in a sense, team fight wise. But, you know, that's definitely not to say that Mountain's team fight's bad at all. Their team fight's really solid. Definitely nice. Definitely a lot of juicy targets for Brand here, but I think so much of the damage that Mountain puts out is going to be on Cop's shoulders on this Brand. But, like, if this Brand starts cranking or if this Jhin starts cranking, like, it's going to be hard for Krugs to come back.
Yeah, but I think all your faith is in this Brand right now, because I don't know if Jin's really going to do anything to this front line of Malphite and Mumu and Leona.
Yeah, I also don't know if he will.
Like,
the Brand is like a major key here. But
yeah,
I don't want to count out Naifu Cat. The dude's got skills. He may not be fantastic like Panda, but he's got skills.
Yeah, we don't have a meme for Knife. We need one.
Yeah, we got to make up one.
Yeah.
Come on, chat. Do your job. Start memeing for Naifu.
Yeah, simulated Chloe. That is correct. If the Jhin gets ahead, then he's going to be doing a lot more damage than the Senna will be. But at the same point, Senna has the Q to heal all these tanks. So the front line of Malphite, Amumu, Leona can just kind of go in, get healed up by Senna without Senna really being in any danger. And then the Jhin, what's a Jhin gonna do to a 2-item Malphite? It's gonna be really, really hard to kill him without the brand being there. Or even the Gnar, honestly. The Gnar getting ahead would be really, really good for the side of Mountain.
Yeah, I'm actually curious to see if Malphite will be opting for Sunfire or Imperial Mandate. Have been seeing some top lane Malphites go for Imperial Mandate. But Sunfire is also just nice. Who knows?
We'll have to see. I'm honestly right now I'm not too well versed in all the new items, but I don't think anyone is. So
We take those, you know, we'll take them as they come.
it's gonna be interesting for sure.
Yep, and we are seeing a Glacial Senna. So more
I think
CC.
yeah, that's pretty standard for Sennas right now. Plus, getting that auto attack slow with long range allows for easy engage from Leona.
Yeah, it's really frustrating to play against.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. We're having a little bit of a discussion about itemization for Gnar, and I think Triforce is probably the way to go for him.
Triforce, okay.
But we'll have to see. We're going to be getting into it, though. Game 1 between Mountain and Krugs. Quarterfinals kicking off. Let's go. We're on the rift.
Baby. Quarters time.
And I don't see anything wrong with the stream right now, so I'm happy.
What game time do you have?
I have 18 seconds.
Okay.
We're getting into it. It looks like a lot of defensive spreading out right now. Everyone's just going to have a good time, chilling out, doing their little dances.
A lot of dances.
All right, and where do you think we're seeing the first action? Who's getting the first gank? Who's dying first?
I'm gonna say top lane. I think that's the safe answer. I don't know. I think this game might go a while without having a first blood. Given that there are 2 tank junglers, there's like potential for not too much jungle interaction. Because I know that both of these junglers are content with farming up. But who knows? I might get surprised.
Yeah, we might. I don't know. This bot lane's going to have a lot of action.
Well, actually, I mean,
Leona Senna.
Mont Blanc, that
Yeah.
dude, he loves action, so maybe bot lane's the right answer.
All right, we see Amumu actually starting on the Raptors right now, doing a solo clear, while Arrow Fox on the Sejuani's on red. What do you think about that?
I think it's fine. Yeah, I think it's totally fine. We are seeing that, like, Mind's Desire did not, he was showed in lane right away, whereas Covert Panda and Mont Blanc fake leash, so Mountain might be thinking that Amumu actually started as blue here.
All right, we're getting a little bit of action, trading in the bot lane. And just Mont Blanc being super aggressive right here. You gotta love it. And that forest shot doing so much work on Covert Panda. But the push is going towards Mont Blanc and Covert Panda's side, though. They're looking for this level 2, and they're gonna go for an engage. Getting in on Knifeu, good flay to knock him away, though. Senna gets the Q down, root onto the Thresh. Ignite goes down, does a lot of damage. One more auto heal comes out. He's still alive. First blood to Mont Blanc. And now he's going in again. Under tower heal is down, and he has to flash away. Knife staying alive barely.
And yeah, that's what happens when you hit level 2 first with the Leona. So really nice job there by Mont Blanc and Covert Panda to secure the push, and they're able to take out both flashes of Mountain and Jin's heal as well. Knifeu is sticking around, did have the potion to be able to regen a little bit, but that is a huge lead, a huge quick lead for Krugs. Good news for Mountain is that First Blood did go onto the Leona, but it's still, I mean, it's not good, but it's better than going onto the Senna.
I mean, that just means more damage for the Leona. Yeah, Arrow Fox going in, getting the stun up. Mind's Desire flashes away. Never mind, no stun coming out. But good to blow the flash.
Nice, yeah, nice little slap and tickle there by the Gnar Sejuani duo.
And he can kind of just loop around if he wants to. Malphite is still stepping up right here. Never mind, has the ward up. Is going to go place it.
Well, Mind's Desire's wave is in a rather precarious spot. Aerofox could definitely try to regank this. Delta Centauri has the potential to hold a freeze here, because he does have a 3 caster minion advantage. Don't think he's going to do it. Might want to thin this wave a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to set one up. The next mini wave is going to be coming in momentarily, so he might be able to hold it. Gonna tank a little bit of the minions, but that'll be fine.
All right, and yeah, so this could be quite troublesome for Mind's Desire, especially considering that Mind's Desire doesn't have any mana. So he has to back while his lane's frozen. Terrible feeling.
Amumu was sniffing for a gank right there in the bot lane. Didn't find it. We might find one here. Walking straight into Cop. And Cop is does have flash up. Malzahar doesn't have any CC to help out. And he actually burns the flash instead of just walking out.
Not sure if he actually needed to flash there because Amumu's Vanish Toss was already used. But better safe than sorry.
Yeah, and I mean, good gank from Amumu right there. And we're seeing a 2-camp lead for Rain Freeze over Aerofox,
and we are seeing that this top lane actually swung from a freeze for Delta to now a slow push. Mind's Desire was able to hit 5 first and was able to get a favorable trade and a favorable back timing now because it's a wave of slow pushing into him.
yeah, still doesn't have that flash up, so has to be a little bit more passive.
Mont Blanc was sniffing out Timmy. They have the level 4 already. But we are seeing a Mumu up here in the top lane.
Yeah, he's looking to go, and Delta's actually super low, taking a lot of Malphite Qs. And he does have the jump. Banditage point blank, able to take it, but Delta is able to walk away. Never mind the Q from Mind's Desire, taking him out.
The fadeaway icicle spike thingies. But action bot.
Yeah, good hook onto the center right now. Jin is going in, misses the root. Sejuani is here. Ignite going down on a Knife Cat. Covert Panda gets out, but Leona is now stunned up. On the backside of things, though, Knife is going super low. One more Q from Senna could take him out. Mont Blanc is coming in, going for the kill, but can't get it. Aerofox taking that one. Cop is here as well to support his team.
Yeah, Cop's getting in the action.
And Covert Panda stepping up, actually. Getting a little bit of damage, but Cop gets Dark Harvest.
That's the Dark Harvest stacky for the brand.
Yeah, but top lane, Delta going super low, doesn't have the transform, and goes down once again to a good gank from Rain Freeze.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. It's starting.
And this is what we were kind of talking about in Champ Select. Mind's Desire is starting to take over a little bit in this lane. Just the gank setup from Malphite 6 and Amumu is so strong, and Delta's got to be really careful not to bleed any further in this lane. Because if this Malphite gets ahead...
I think there was definitely potential for Mountain to kind of hurt Mind's Desire when Mind's Desire was kind of out of mana and Delta did have that freeze setup. Unfortunately, wasn't able to hold the freeze, and once that kind of turned in the lane, like it was downhill there for the Gnar. We are seeing the quick lost chapter picked up by Cop on brand. 2 Bammy Cinders coming out here for Krugs in top and jungle, and the early Kindle Gem for Leona. But all the while, Senna sitting on a nice 1,400 gold right now. So that's a juicy back.
Yeah, that early back allowing to pick up the coal is super nice for Senna. Just being able to, passively farm in lane.
The high noon quiver, or the noon quiver for Jin. I think that builds into Kraken Slayer.
I think it builds into all 3, right? Am I wrong there?
So still flexible.
Yeah.
Not sure if that'll be like a shield bow or a Kraken Slayer. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like, it's kind of cool because both junglers do have 1 kill. Gotta expect the Mumu to kind of scale better than the Sedge, but I think they're both, really content with where they are. But we are seeing a 15 CS lead here for Grandma Nut in the mid lane, and Cop's in a bad spot.
Yeah, Grandma Nut going in on him using the suppress, but Cop's just going to turn around, throw a W out, and try to walk out, but one more skill will put him down. Cop just not respecting the damage there.
Yeah, just you know, kind of a bit precarious with the pathing, and Grandma Nut's able to catch him out thanks to having a ward there.
Yeah, and something we haven't talked about is this CS lead for Grandma Nut is growing so hard. 20
It really
already.
is. A lot of it's perpetuated kind of by Cop's roam down to the bot lane. I think he did lose 2 waves for that, but Timmy with the hook on to Mont Blanc.
Yeah, not much is going to happen because of it, though.
Just a little slap and tickle.
A little, hey, I see you, I hook you. just so you know, you're my fish.
Yeah. And so now a 20 CS lead in the mid lane. Both top and ADCs are both equal. CS-wise, what we are saying.
Ooh, Leonel in the bot lane, though, getting onto Thresh. Good flash away from Knife Cat. But flash forward from Rain Freeze, going in with the ultimate, getting one. Mont Blanc taking that, and Amumu taking the second.
You know,
and that should be an Infernal.
Nice wombo. That was a really nice flash ult there by Rain Freeze. He wasn't content with just you know, hitting the bandage toss and ulting one of them. He's like, nah, I want both. We're gonna flash ult this.
Yeah, and Rain Freeze has been looking so good in these past couple of weeks. We talk about it a lot, but this Krugs team was relatively new playing with each other, and they're all kind of, you know, they haven't been in the Rekt League for too long, and they've just been picking up steam over the course of the season, and they're looking so clean right now.
I think most of them, or at least 4 of them, are friends in real life, so they do have a bit of experience playing with each other. At least like on like a 2 or 3 person basis, maybe not in like a team setting, but they have grown a ton together. The nice thing for, you know, for Delta here in the top lane is that he has been able to maintain like a CS parity or equivalence with Mind's Desire up here, even though he has died twice. So that is definitely something worth noting. But Grandma Nut up 1 kill and 25 CS. That is a lot, and that is not what you want to see if you're on the receiving end of a Malzahar right now.
And wow, Grandma Nut able just to dodge so many skill shots from Cop right there. Still has the spell shield. And it's not looking too great for Mountain right now.
No, it's not, but all things considered, they're only down 5 kills, but that is about 2,800 gold.
All right, and we got the first Infernal Drake taken by Krugs. Second one is going to be Ocean, so not getting those 2 strong souls.
So Mountain or Air Soul.
Gank coming in from mid lane, but spotted out by a ward. Graham Nut doesn't have his spell shield, but Timberland doesn't have the flash. And nothing really is going to happen there.
Yep. Arrow Fox is he's waiting in the wings here. Hoping to make something happen, but meanwhile, Covert Panda's like, you know, sure, I'll take a plate, why not? Mont Blanc, nice guy, not stealing plate gold from his ADC. Good choice.
We're getting Arrow Fox starting up Shelly right now. Hitting that eye, proccing it. Amumu is in the area, but I don't think they're going to be trying to fight this because Graham Nut is in around.
However, Rain Freeze wants to fight. Rain Freeze wants to fight. He's 2 levels up, and Malphite already has this completed Mythic. It's a good time for Krugs to fight right now.
Yeah, but Graham Nut isn't TPing in. Brand going in onto Rain Freeze, getting ulted up by Malphite and Amumu. Just going to go down. Missed flash from Arrow Fox, doesn't get over the wall. Oh, wait, never mind.
Oh.
That was weird caster vision, but Malzahar is here as well. Delta Centauri is running for his life. Able to kite out, actually, pretty well. This Q slowing him down. A couple more auto attacks will do it. Mind's Desire flashing away. Delta is there as well, going in for the kill. And now Malzahar is on the hunt, looking for this Gnar. They spot him out, and he has nowhere to run. Hopping away, going towards the base, getting the Q down. And Delta, gonna be,
flirting with death here.
not sure what he's doing. Sentinel
with
comes
death.
out. Yeah, okay. Grandma Nut takes him out. And thank you,
I mean,
Endo,
they got the
for the
flash
sub.
that. We take those. they got the flash for that. We take those. We are seeing a Sunfire completed now on Arrow Fox for the side of Mountain, as well as both the top and jungles for the Krugs. Malzahar now sitting on the Liandry's Anguish, so he's now doing the big dam. Now doing the huge dam.
2-0-1 right now. Let's look at the gold lead. He's up about 1,000 gold onto this brand. It's pretty good for Grandma Nut.
Yeah, and while Delta Centauria was staying relatively equal in CS with Blind's Desire, he is down 900 gold. So, those 2 extra kills definitely being felt here. And we are seeing Mont Blanc complete the Locket of the Iron Solari. It's pretty cool to see that Covert Panda has opted for just a legendary item, first item, with the Essence Reaver. I kind of like seeing the different build paths people use, but Koff, you are in the wrong hood.
Oh yeah, Rain Freeze is right here as well. Hits the Panda Touch, gonna go down. Doesn't even need the Malzahar ult, and Grandma Nut on a killing spree. That is...
We're seeing a TP in the bot lane here.
Yeah, they're going in, looking for something. Delta Centauri's on the backside. Good flash away from Covert Panda. Huge engage coming out. Delta is going super low. Doesn't have the Gnarl on the backside. Malphite's going in. It takes a couple of turret shots. It's going to go down to the Ignite. Is still alive for the second. Jin doing what he can to Mont Blanc, but it's not enough damage. Misses the root as well, and that's going to be a good, clean kill from the side of Krugs.
That's really unfortunate. Like, I love the idea. I saw the TP coming, and I was like, ooh, maybe Covert Panda's caught.
Oh, hook in! Going in for Mont Blanc, but he's able to flash away. Root doesn't land, but we still have a Malphite on the backside coming in for more. Timberland going super low. Amumu is here as well. Knifeu Cat going in. Covert Panda trying to do what he can on the backside. And we're getting engaged from Leona. Big ultimate there from the Malphite, picking up 2 kills, 1 for Senna, 1 for Amumu, and Krugs are crushing this early game.
And yeah, I mean, this is kind of like what we were talking about, Darth Ted, from the beginning. Like, the ease of execution for Krugs' champions is just so much, like, more favorable for them than, like, the ease is for Mountain. It can be, like, really hard to both play as Gnar and play around a Gnar, like, for your teammates.
Oh no, Cop in the wrong spot, getting ulted up by the Malzahar, going down to Amumu.
And yeah, I mean, I feel for Cop here. It's got to be frustrating, right? It's like, you have the so much pressure on your shoulders as this brand, because like your team's success after, like, from the draft phase, like, heavily hinges upon your performance. And you're playing against something like a Malzahar, who's like, oh, that's a noob champ, right? Like, no mechanics. A lot of people say, like, so easy to play. Like, I can beat that, right?
We call those Rekt League champs.
Yeah, but Malzahar he's surprisingly resilient, particularly with the current state of the game. And we saw Cop get down a bit early on, and then he's like, I don't know if he was maybe trying to force something or just kind of got caught out a couple times, but the snowball started, and it's still rolling. And we are now seeing nearly a 7,000 gold lead for Krugs. That got out of hand pretty quickly. Yeah, this is going to be scary here. We're going to soon be seeing a Demonic Embrace picked up for Malzahar. He's probably like maybe 1,000 gold away from it.
Getting more engaged. Cop going in with the bot lane, misses the stun up though. Amumu is here, and that's just a disengage. Cop still going in though, walks into a Leona ultimate. Amumu is there as well. Sentinel layered on top, Malzahar and everything thrown at Cop, and he goes down. Timberland as well on the backside. Graham Nut's gonna take that one up. Rampaging right now, 4-0-3. And on the top side, Mice Desire just killing Delta Centaurius, who's trying to set up a gank for Arrow Fox.
The dominoes are falling, my friend. The dominoes are falling.
Yes, 17 minutes. We got an AK gold lead for Mountain. For Krugs.
And at this point, it's like, this is so hard to play as Mountain. Like, I think you just gotta try and preserve the mental at this point.
Yeah, think about the next game for sure. Know what you did wrong. Like, it's early in the morning. We know it. Rekt League doesn't usually start this early. You gotta wake up first, get the jitters out. It's understandable.
Yep. Maybe try and prolong the game so your starting roster's train can reach home, reach the station.
Yeah. But even still, like you can't blame Aerofox for this game.
Yeah, for sure.
There was a lot that went wrong, and
Definitely not blaming Aerofox here. There is, I mean, Krugs played really well, and it's not like, well, you know, it was
exactly.
It's not like Mountain's situation is due to any one person's actions at this point.
Yeah, and it all really stemmed from the disrespect on the level 1 and level 2 from Knife and Timberland.
Oh yeah, true.
They really need to have that lane go favorably for him, and dying so early like that and blowing all your sums, it just sealed the game, because you know that Krugs, once they get a lead, are never going to let go of the pressure. And they got a lead at 4 minutes. So,
yeah, and I mean,
rough.
it was actually, we actually saw a couple like really nice attempts by Aerofox onto like Mind's Desire early on. Would have loved to have seen a regank when Delta did have that freeze, but yeah, I mean, it's not like Aerofox just, you know, didn't know what he was doing. So
yeah. That was a good early game, but we see Krugs right now going for the second Rift Herald, looking to pop this one pretty easily, and then take either mid lane inner or top lane adder.
Mm-hmm. But looks like Grandma Nut might be trying to hunt Cop here again. But Cop wisely backing away. And now is when we're really gonna start, or when Mountain's really gonna start feeling the pain of this this Krugs lineup, because Krugs is like 100% in team fight mode now, and the amount of CC engage that like Krugs has is bonkers.
And you know what helps out with all the CC engage that Krugs has?
Damage.
An Air Soul.
Oh, okay, that too. Yes, that sure does.
More and more team fight potential for Krugs after they secure this. And it honestly looks like Mountain is trying to step up to fight, but they're currently 10k gold behind, so this is not a fight that's going to go well for them.
Yeah. They are 10k gold behind, but do you think that that margin is going to shrink or expand as the game goes on?
I mean, at most you can hope.
Dude,
if
I
your
think
Mountain
you can
does stabilize.
Throw a Hail Mary for Baron or something.
Alright, they're giving this one up. They're not fighting. They saw what I saw. They know they're super far behind. Malphite is actually even TPing in to help secure this one. And he's on the hunt for Brand right now.
Oh, they're always hunting.
Oh, they're still hunting. Nar is also on the backside of things. But he's going to be able to walk out towards Baron. And honestly, that's pretty good trade for Mountain. Giving up the third Drake, that's fine for inner turret. You just need that gold.
Yeah, you got something from it. That's huge.
Plus, mid lane turret is the most important on the map. You take it out, you open it up, allow yourselves to kind of put in vision in their jungle once, you know, they're back in base and you can safely do it. But we're getting a gank onto Mind's Desire right here. He's taking no damage right now, going in with the ultimate. Sentinel on top of it, layering so well. Mind's Desire going low, getting shut down by Cop. But now Mumu is here, everyone's super low. Delta is got the ultimate up, hasn't used it yet. Aerofox is gonna go down as well. Double kill for the Senna, 1 kill for the Mumu, and they're looking at Baron.
Yeah, that was so nearly a triple for Cobra Canada, but Rain Priest says, nope, that's mine, but you know what? It's okay, because I'll share this Baron buff with you. And, I mean, all the while, we just got Grandma Nut just shoving down this bot lane. Like, 1v1ing this Malphite at this point, like, impossible, but it looks like Timmy's gonna be caught out.
Grandma Nut TPing in behind, that is so unlucky for Timberland right there. And now he's just gonna be CC'd and dies.
Yeah, but honestly, Timmy, you can't be there. Like, you know, your 3 biggest members are dead. Like, you have your ADC and your support. Like, your ADC is not even there with you, so walking into the Baron does nothing. It's like, okay, sure, we see they're doing it, but now what?
Well, I mean, he was 0-4, not worth any gold. And they're down 11k. Like, at most, you're just hoping for a miracle steal.
True.
And if you get it, like, that's a highlight. You're happy with it.
That's true. Yeah, Rekt top 5, we take those.
And his death timer was about 20 seconds, so he gets back out onto the map before Krugs do anyways.
Yep. If I guess we're resetting anyway, we'll have equal uptime, no worries. Yeah, this now seeing 2 items completed for Malphite, Mumu, and Malzahar. Oh, and the Senna. Okay. So, yeah, this Krugs team, they're hitting hard. They got Baron buff. They're ready to go.
Yeah, and we see the Senna being used really well, sitting right in line with the front line, pressing E, getting that invisible engage coming out.
Oh yeah, Panda's been playing extremely well this game. Just playing against a good Senna is so annoying.
Oh, Malphite missing the ultimate. Cop just stepping around that wall. That's one of the engages out of the way, though, so it's pretty good.
But there's still the Amumu ult and the Leona ult and the Baron buff, so one down, but...
I mean, it means they can't dive you as 5 under a tower.
For sure, that is still something. At this point, you got to consider like actually engaging this if you are Mountain, which sounds so weird, but this lead is not going to shrink. You know that one of their major cooldowns is down. At some point, you got to go for it.
Honestly, they can kind of wait this out, let Krugs take their inners, and hold on to their inhibitor turrets.
Sure.
Because without the Malphite ult, I don't think Krugs can actually crack the inhibitor turret. And that's the big thing you don't want to lose right now.
Yeah. But you know what's almost up? Malphite ult.
That is true, but you know it's almost down? Baron buff.
Oh, I didn't even realize that Delta Centauria's turret was still up there. the tier 1 turret.
Yeah, actually, now that all 5 members from Krugs are up here, this might give potential for a sneak of the air soul.
So if you're Mountain, are you taking this air dragon, or are you letting it through and gambling, living until Elder and securing Elder?
I know Krugs were all top lane, so I'm setting up vision right now instead of just kind of resetting.
But so if you're Mountain and you see that Krugs are at the dragon, are you letting him have it?
Oh yeah, because you lose a team fight, you just lose the game. You don't fight this 5v5. You can maybe try for a steal using Sejuani over the wall and trying to flash out, but like, oh, never mind, no flash. Lantern out. But we get Timberling getting engaged upon. He's going super low. A lot of damage right there. Brando comes out, but is not going to do enough. And Cobra Panda's just going to queue through and heal that up. Yeah, with the engage down. Oh, Cop in a bad spot. Malphite onto 2. Sentinel on top, layered again perfectly. Everyone's going down. Delta super low as well. And that is 4 dead on the side of Mountain. And Krugs looking for the soul, but they could just end the game.
Like, he lost like half his health bar from like seemingly nothing. But Knifey Cat, sorry buddy.
Nah, that's a bad spot.
Grandma Nuts there. And that is a 26-minute air soul for the Krugs.
Yeah, they're looking dominant in this game 1. 27 kills to 4.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah, and Tim, you got to give this one up, buddy. Do not stand around here. You're going to get dove once again.
You got like one final push. Well, I don't even know if you call it a push. You got one final Hail Mary.
Yeah, Knife is up, though, in 7 seconds. So they're going to be able to defend their Nexus turrets, which is nice.
And very wisely, Krug says, okay, that's fine. We got what we wanted in the bot lane. Let's go ahead and take our backs, spend our gold, and we'll just fight you again elsewhere. No need to overstay. And you gotta expect their next target to be the top lane.
Yeah, it looks like all 5 members from Krugs are kind of going up there. We see the Senna, Malphite, Leona walking up there, taking their jungle.
And we're seeing a Force of Nature completed for Mind's Desire, and Thornmail components for Brain Freeze.
I forgot that Force of Nature was back in the game. It's been
I
so long.
Like that Knifey Cat has bought the Collector here. When there are such tanky units on the enemy team, like that 5% execute can be kind of valuable. I'm not sure if Collector is the best item on Jhin because he does have the potential to overkill quite a bit with his 4th shot, but I think it's at this point I think it's a good gamble to opt for putting gold into Collector.
Yeah, I don't think this game he has to worry about overkilling any of the people on Krugs.
Yes, I agree.
So
agree.
Yeah. So looking a little bit rough
It's just a mere 15k gold deficit. That's all.
at under 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, it's about to be like 32k after this Baron goes down.
Yeah, they don't even have Malzahar here, but they do have Malphite going in onto Delta. Doesn't get the double hop because he's stopped by Grandma Nut's ultimate, and no QSSs on any members from Mountain, but they can't afford it.
Yeah, you know, honestly, I'm not sure if the QSS will help at this point.
Definitely not.
He kind of just getting one shot anyway if he gets CC'd. Maybe it'd be more useful on the tanky units, but we are seeing Cop actually buy the QSS here. Grandma not having just used his ult, but I mean they do have 2 air dragons and the soul, so those ult CDs are extremely low for the side of Krugs here.
Yep. And we're seeing 3 items completed on pretty much every member.
Because you got supers in the bottom lane and you got just 5 just absolute units in the top lane, like
some fantastic units.
Yeah, absolute units, man.
And they're just walking up and not afraid of anything.
Yeah.
Mumu and Malphite leading the charge. And they're just gonna walk in, take what they want, and go in for more. Jin is on the wrong end of things, though, getting Malphite ulted. Ended up being killed by Senna, and the fight is continuing. Rain Freeze is gonna try to do what he can. He's going in. The Sejuani is tanky, but not tanky enough. Malphite taken down by the turrets, though. That is a plus, but the game is probably just gonna end in.
Yeah, we saw
triple kill for Mumu.
Delta Centauria going for the 1v1, and Delta actually did better than I thought he would, being 1 and 8 into the 7 and 0 Malzahar. Delta able to take Grandma Nut down to like 20% or so when Grandma Nut did have the jump on him in the fight, but not quite enough. And we're seeing a pretty decent performance here from the Krugs. Pretty decent, you could say. So, wow.
Yeah, pretty decent indeed.
I think the phrase is "we take those" if you are the Krugs. So,
I mean,
definitely
that's
take those. And Jamu, you are correct. Panda is fantastic. Very well played game.
yeah,
by the
super
Krugs all around.
fantastic. And I mean, just that game was such a snowball and a stomp that it's such a big mental advantage in a best of 3 series, right? Because you win one, it didn't even feel like a game, right? It just felt like
Right.
Krugs just kind of woke up and got the game, and we're going into Champ Select again.
Dude, it's too early for Rekt League. That was a warm-up game. In all serious, on a serious note, though, I think this is gonna sound weird, but I think it's good that Mountain got clapped all around. Because if this was kind of like a Mind's Desire 1v5 type thing, like your teammates may start to get a bit of resentment potentially, or tilt towards like your top laner, like, oh man, we're doing our part down here in bot lane, but our top just keeps turbo inting, like this sucks. But like, no, I mean, you all got clapped. That's something to laugh about. It's like, yo, guys, we just got absolutely smacked. Like, let's just have fun with the next one, and let's see what we can do. So I think there's definitely some advantage there. Well, not an advantage, but there's some plus there for Mountain.
That is for sure. And we'll take it over to a quick 5-minute break. Just gonna reset, go get hair and makeup done, and then we'll be right back for the second game between Mountain versus Krugs. And we'll have to see if Mountain can be that immovable force that they've always been and come back in game 2. So stay tuned, everyone, and we'll see you in a bit. Hello, Rekt League, and welcome back to quarterfinals. My name's Darth Ted, and I'm joined by Valib, and we just witnessed a dismantling of Mountain.
Yeah, there was some earthly brutality going on. Dismantling indeed.
Yeah, and
Very very clean, decisive, whatever adjective you want to throw in their game by the Krugs, and I mean, quite frankly, they just got beat all around. I'd like to see him try and go for some imbalances this next game. I think they kind of opted for more standard play in game one. You saw the lead was quickly created by Covert Panda and Mont Blanc in the bot lane by popping level 2 quickly and just all-inning with the Senna Leo into Jhin Thresh. And I don't know if Naifu Cat and Timberland weren't expecting it or if they were but just got caught out by it. But I mean, that's Krug's bread and butter right there. That is just, textbook Leona gameplay, and it worked out for them. Kind of saw mid and top slowly fall behind as well. Would like to see, maybe the Mountain Jungler try and attack the Krugs Jungler a bit. We saw very standard routine jungle pathing last game. Both teams playing tank junglers. It kind of makes sense. They're like, whatever. Let's just do our own thing and play with our team. But I think there's potential to try and catch Rain Freeze out.
yeah, there is, and we also got Dutch Clutch back in instead of Aerofox, so maybe that'll be the boost that Mountain needs to actually wake up, take some. I don't know. They just need straight up adrenaline into their system right now. After that,
they need some juice, some big juice.
They look like they're sleeping down there.
Yeah, I fully expecting them to see them maybe try and opt for some cheese or something, whether that be some sort of invade or jungle gangbang later on. Who knows? But they gotta, at this point, they don't really have anything to lose. After game one, unless they think we made all these mistakes, and if we just fix these, then we'll be fine in our lanes. And if they recognize that, great. But if they're not sure exactly how to kind of overcome that barrier, then time for some cheese, some good old Rekt League cheese. Love to see it.
Yeah, that is. I mean, you got to try something new because all three lanes were super aggressive. And granted, early on, Delta with the Gnar had a little bit of early pressure onto Mind's Desire because of some good ganks by Aerofox, but that soon got tilted in Mind's Desire's favor quickly after that. So
yeah,
you got three aggressive lanes coming onto you. You're on the back half. You need to try something with Dutch Clutch. You need to pick a lane and just camp it and come out ahead. Because if you don't, then you're just going to get rolled over like you did the first game. And
speaking of things getting tilted, there is definitely great concern that some Mountain folks might be tilted. And yeah, that's not what you want to see. So I think, knowing the Mountain boys, they're pretty jovial. I'd be absolutely shocked to see or ever hear that, Cop was turbo tilted, but I mean, it happens for sure. I definitely think Cop is the kind of guy that, is just shake it off and be like, all right, guys, Cop will steady the ship.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
Cop will steady the ship, and we'll see what he's got drawn up for his team this game.
Yeah, and one of the big things is the counter pickup in top lane matchup, right? And now that we're on red side for Mountain, they're going to be able to get that.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, Delta Santoria did very well. He didn't get behind, although I have a feeling that Gnar is probably supposed to win that matchup. But I don't actually play top, so I'm not certain. But Delta didn't really fall behind until the dominoes started falling elsewhere. It was pretty unfortunate that he wasn't able to get a lead in that lane. But, I mean, he did all right. He will have the option for counter pick now, though. So would love to see what he's got cooked up for Mind's Desire.
For sure. We'll have to see it. But we're getting some new bans coming out of the Rift. The Samir is still off the table, so it seems like Krugs isn't willing to first pick that one. And a Ramus ban against Dutch Clutch.
Love it. Dude, I love that champion.
Yeah.
The
It's,
spinning Beyblade, Hedgehog, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, the tank items are super strong
Yeah.
on him right now, and ooh, okay.
I
We're
like
getting
it.
a Galio first pickup.
I like it. I mean, we haven't seen Grandma Nut play like anything else, have we? He's just been playing Annie Mouse, I think, throughout. Or
I'm pretty sure that's
no,
true.
he did. Never mind. He did play Galio week 1 against
Yeah.
Gromp. I remember that. But yeah, he hasn't played it in quite a while, I think. So let's see what he got.
All right, we're getting a Silas pickup. Not sure where that's going. Could be either mid,
Yeah.
top, or jungle, but I think it might be a
would
mid pickup for
absolutely
Cop.
Shocked if it was in the jungle. Have a feeling they'll
Yeah,
flex
definitely
it.
not in the jungle.
Yeah,
Definitely
flex it
not.
Mid top. And
Yeah.
okay, Heckram, good. Yeah, I mean, as we talked about earlier, Darkhead, like the Dutch clutch, a lot of Mountain's potential success, or hope for success, will ride on Dutch clutch's shoulders, and Heckram's a champ to do it on.
Hey, if
Rainfree
you're gonna
says,
ride on
"Hey, that's
anyone's
fine."
shoulders, it might as well be the ponies.
Rainfree says, "Bring it, buddy." Like, this worked for us last time. We don't need to change it.
Yeah, and honestly, it might be a Mont Blanc Galio as well. The Galio Sanaline is
Yeah.
also super oppressive. But Leona is still on the table, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, I
Good
have a
flex
feeling
right
that they picked the Galio with the intention of flexing it, hoping to draw out a mid pick from Mountain.
Okay. We're getting a Renekton pickup for Delta.
I think this also makes sense.
No, I agree. You pick it, and then you have the ability to ban out 2 counter picks in the
Yeah,
top
I'm
lane,
with
so
it.
it's
I'm with
not
it because-
completely blind, which is nice.
And I think Delta's pretty, especially something like Renekton, it does a few things, right? Because it denies it from Mind's Desire, and it allows your mid to have counter pick. Because we're not actually sure if this Galio is mid or not. Getting Cop on something is comfortable with is probably pretty valuable for them. We saw that Delta was able to do fine in his lane, being, not, or having the blind pick. And they're confident in Delta's skills, and they're saying, like, you know what, let's run it back. Well, not run it back champ wise, but draft wise.
Yeah, but Cop already has that Silas picked up for him, right?
Oh, true. I
So-
forgot about that.
We're giving counter pick to most likely to Timberland
Oh.
in this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we get the Leo off the table, so he pinches the support pool a little bit. We're gonna see an
Maybe
80k
Delta-
pickup here. I
Maybe
think
Delta was worried about his champ pool getting pinched.
that could be true. And might as well play something you're comfortable on after that game one,
you have to
rather than
expect that if Mountain did not pick up their top laner here, it would have been 2 bans on top lane. Maybe not.
I don't
And
know.
we're seeing Kaisa locked in for Naifu Cat.
Honestly, I don't know how strong Kaisa is with the item changes, but
She's okay.
There's-
She's more playable than she was. So
yeah. The Ginsu's changes favor her quite a bit, which is
Yeah.
nice.
so she is definitely more playable than she was 3 weeks ago.
All right, and most likely looking like a Galio mid lane for Grandma Nut and a support Nautilus for Mont Blanc.
Yep.
And now
I
we're just
think
going to see the top lane pick
fair.
up here. Malphite? Malphite actually works with his team comp again.
Cho'Gath.
Ooh, okay.
So Cho'Gath into Renekton. Yeah, I think Malphite may be a bit too weak to play in the Renekton, or like too. I feel like it's not got it. That has to be a miserable matchup for the Malphite.
Yeah. I was just assuming you can stack up armor and be
Yeah, I actually
capable of
really
the
love
game.
the Alistar pickup here from Timmy. Well, let me rephrase it. I love Alistar as a champion.
Yeah, it's good because it counters the aggression. And
It counters Nautilus pretty well, or it can, and it can also counter Galio's. It can disengage Galio pretty well.
yeah, Timberland just has to be really smart about when he uses his ultimate to break the CC of all the champions. Because again,
Yeah,
there's a huge
He
wombo
also
of
can't just waste his spells, because if he blows his load, that Kaisa is a sitting duck.
yeah.
Like, you go aggressive and it doesn't work, and like you miss, like, or you miss your headbutt and just hit the pulverize. Well, that's go time for Nautilus.
Yeah, but as Colonel Paco pointed out in Twitch chat, the team comp from Krugs is once again very easy to execute on.
Oh yeah.
You have a lot of good go in buttons, and then you just, after you hit one of them, you just layer the rest on top. And you don't even need to hit the first one. You have like 4 or 5 that you can hit before you layer everything.
There's just so many options for them, right? Like, very smart drafting here by the Krugs. Mountain opting for a bit harder to execute comp. I think it's pretty ambitious to have picked Silas so early. Because, I mean, at that point, like, you'd only seen Galio, and you're like, okay, I'm picking Silas, and you're saying I'm going to steal ultimates, but you're kind of gambling on what 4 ultimates you're going to have offered to you.
It's fair, but Silas also, I feel, does well into Galio. I could be completely wrong on this, but
true.
I think
maybe just lane matchup wise, that makes a lot of sense then.
Lane matchup, they knew it was Galio. They're like, all right, we don't need a counter pick in mid lane anymore. We'll just grab it right off the table.
Yeah.
And we'll have to see how that one goes, because, you know, we were expecting Cop to have an advantage over Graminut going into the series, but after the last matchup, the Malzahar just had such a huge advantage over the brand. We talked about it again and again and again during that game, but Graminut just had Cop's number. So we'll have to see if Cop can bring it back.
Sorry, my face is weird. The lighting is weird.
No worries, my dude.
The autofocus let me down this time.
It's all right. But yeah, I like this from Mountain. It's a less team fight comp. I mean, you do have big ultimates like the Hecarim and the Alistar going in, but you're just not going to out team fight the Krugs team comp.
It's extremely hard to do so.
And I like the Renekton pickup because Delta can split push, pull a lot of pressure up there, and the 4-man squad from the rest of the Mountain side is not weak. They cannot be picked off one by one.
Yeah, so, I mean, the thing is, though, is that let's not ignore the fact that we have a Hecarim into a Moo jungle matchup, right? Like, Dutch Clutch has chances. And if this Hecarim gets ahead, he's very hard to deal with. Hecarim is able to split up this massive team, like these units as they were last game, because he can just kind of what's it, Torment of Shadows, I think is what it's called, some Onslaught of Shadows. Yeah, I think that's it, his ult, and can kind of split them up. And Hecarim actually will have the ability to get onto the Senna, but there's so much CC still that I don't know if Hecarim can actually kill the Senna, but in just a straight up 5v5. But I think Heck might have potential to press his advantages and go for some like 3v2s, 2v1s type of deal earlier on, and maybe try and get a snowball going. Like if I'm Dutch Clutch right now, I'm just playing balls to the wall, and I'm coin flipping things, like going for the old coin flip. If it works, great. If not, well, we tried our best.
Hey, and it's okay because we have a losers bracket matchup that's going to happen at 4 o'clock between these two teams and Air Drake.
So it sure is.
You always have that second chance. Yeah, Mountain, I really hope their mental is strong after last game. It was a slap. But, sometimes a slap is a good wake-up call.
Yeah, love me a nice slap.
But hopefully they ate their Fig Newtons in the off time and are able to bring it back in this one, because I want to see a good game. I want to see a close game. I don't want to see another stomp by Krugs.
Yeah, I would definitely like to see this one be closer. But, I mean, not in our hands entirely. We'll see what happens.
It is. We wrote the script. We can do this. Yeah.
I'm getting really good vibes here from Timmy right now. He's rocking the SKT1 Alistar. SKT T1 Alistar. So, world champion skin for a Rekt League champion in the making, right?
Hell yeah. Although, I'm always a fan of that true damage Senna skin. The giant gun when she pulls out the ult is so good. All right. I'm not in the game. Oh, there we are.
Now we are.
We're in it to win it. Well, let's hope Mountain is. But we got 1-0 for Krugs right now. Absolutely slapping Mountain in the last game. And we're setting up on the Rift, ready to go. Looking forward to
And
this one.
Darth Ted, what time do you have?
I have 15, 16, 17.
Let's get it. We're seeing Renekton head top, Silas mid, and the Knife of Cat and Timmy just hanging out in base for a little bit. All right.
Yeah, and last game we didn't see any invades. And if there were to be one, I would expect it to come out of Mountain. But Mountain's level 1 just seems like
Right.
a lot worse than Krugs, so they're not going to go for anything.
Taking yeah, that's it. A swig of water is a good idea.
Oh, yeah. Got to get the water in. Stay hydrated.
Minions have spawned.
We are seeing Knife of Cat opt for the Cull first item. And a Doran's Blade onto the Senna, so I think we know what's on Covert Panda and Mont Blanc's mind.
Yeah, same as last game.
Yeah.
Go in. But I think the Cole is very... It just seems, rude. It seems like you're disrespecting him again because...
I think it's ambitious.
I mean, after the level 1 last time and level 2,
Yeah.
how you got slaughtered.
Yeah, I think you definitely got to take something that offers a bit more fighting potential on first item. Maybe on first back you could consider a Cull, which is kind of what we saw Covert Panda do last game. Because, I mean, they were already ahead, so he's like, might as well just keep getting ahead, take the Cull. We're seeing both junglers start bottom side. I actually do not like that Dutch Clutch is clearing his Gromp here. It's a pretty hard camp for Hecarim to kill. Although I guess maybe it makes sense now that Gromp does give you regen. I take that back. Killing Gromp's probably the right move. Yes, I forgot about the regen change. But however, that does slow his clear a lot. We are seeing Rain Priest opt for a full side red clear here.
And Grandma Nut in
And
the mid
part of the
lane.
reason why taking Gromp is not ideal on Hecarim is that it will delay his time getting into a Mumu's grill, so to speak. We're seeing the early recall here after full red clear by Rain Freeze.
Yeah,
And
honestly,
Minds of
Dutch
Fire
Clutch
having to
getting
push
ahead.
on Renekton.
That's probably good for Delta, though, because having the point and click CC
Yeah.
on
Delta's now
Renekton,
level 3 is going in.
yeah, gets the trade out, and his spells should be back up by the time... Ooh, Dutch Clutch is here, but Delta's going super low. Mind's Desire flashing forward, auto attack, killing him right there, and that is some greed from
Yeah,
Delta.
fighting into minions
pony is
not
here.
the best idea.
Does have the ghost, but doesn't want to go in with it.
Yeah, and one of the I think you gotta wait for that wave to bounce before you start taking trades, because or else you're just taking heavy minion damage, and Mind's Desire recognizing that and trades back onto him and secures the first blood.
It's something nice right here from the bot lane of Krugs is they shoved up into turret, they walked in, got some deep vision in to see where the Hecarim was. Of course, they spotted him topside, and then they took this Scuttle Crab, so the Hecarim couldn't do it.
Yeah, really nice ward placement, really nice grab take here by the Krugs. Heads up play. And you kind of, I mean, as the Mountain team, you allow that to happen by not, offering resistance on crashing that wave.
Yeah, and with the Cole start and Timberland on Alistar into this lane, you
Yeah.
can't really put up any resistance, right? Because you're just going to die to the Send Nautilus. A
True.
Cop in this mid lane is taking a huge beating from Grandma Nut.
And
Super
Grandma
low
Nut
on
now
health
at
and mana.
14 CS, nearly 2 full waves. Cop does have teleport, but you gotta expect him to miss a couple of these minions. And definitely not what I expected to see, especially since Cop did have the counter pick on this Galio. But Cop's playing the long con here. He's not phased.
Yeah, the level 6s are going to be very, very convenient.
Yeah, and we are seeing Dutch Clutch just continuing with his standard clear. Rain Freeze is sniffing out the bot lane, picking up the sweeper, hoping to get it up in Naifu's grill, but will be spotted out on a ward, but the ward is now gone.
Yeah, and this was nice from Naifu and Timberland, shoving up the wave, getting a good back for yourself. Unfortunately, that gives a freeze to the side of Krugs and allows for them to go for Dragon.
Over to the side of Krugs as well.
Yeah, and it starts already, looking for another 26-minute soul.
Yep, we are seeing, after first back, we are seeing Senna pick up Cull and Boots. And on first back, Naifu picking up the double longsword. Sheen completed on Hecarim. I guess not completed because it's just one item now. Sheen purchased on Hecarim. And Dark Seal and Boots for Cop.
Yeah, and you were saying you wanted to see a lot from Dutch Clutch in this early game, but...
Yeah, I wanted to see Dutch Clutch go kind of aggro. Maybe he's waiting for his 6. It's kind of unfortunate that his top laner did die before Dutch was able to make his way to top lane. So that can definitely stifle your aggression a bit, but you gotta try something, right? Like, the longer this game goes, the stronger Amumu gets. And sure, Hecarim gets stronger as well. He might just be power farming for his early Triforce spike, but would like to see him, would have loved to have seen him try to disrupt Amumu's flow a bit.
And it's just a little bit hard for him because his Galio's had such a stranglehold
Right.
over mid lane, so he can't really go too aggressive because the Galio can rotate really quickly,
exactly.
especially now at 6.
You are spot on. So kind of this potential aggression is being stifled by Grandma Nut here in the mid lane. And I mean, top lane as well, because Mind Desire does have the push. He's popped level 6. He has a minion advantage. He's more than happy fighting in his wave.
Yeah, but we do see a CS lead growing for Delta. Even though given the kill over, he's kind of grown this lead, and he's trying to set up a freeze here, but he's taking a lot of minion poke.
Yeah.
He's going in, but the Galio here immediately... Oh, no, never mind, it's a Silas. I got baited. Going in, getting the kill. Delta picking up one for himself right there.
Really well played there. Mind's Desire getting a little over ambitious there, and great work, Mountain.
Yeah, and that's the cop we like to see. Doesn't have the Galio, but still has the Galio ult.
All right, so I guess stealing Galio ult's pretty good, huh?
Maybe Krugs got baited into picking up the Galio because all Mountain wants out of it is the ultimate, and they still get that.
We are seeing Dutch Clutch waiting in the wings here for bottom lane. Very surprised that he... Oh, what? Maybe he knows that there's a ward, like, on Dragon. Okay, no, he does not. Very surprised that he didn't actually take the Blast Cone over because that bush is pinked for his team. So the only reason he would wait is if he knew there was a ward where it is. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good thing that they didn't go in on that, though, because the Galio, Grandma Nut was roaming down and was very much in wall range.
This Amumu has now had an uninterrupted path to level 6. He is taking his back. He's got the Bammy Cinder and picking up a cloth armor. So Amumu is ready to go to battle.
Hecarim just hitting level 6 as well off that red buff is going to be roaming topside.
You're pretty far up in the lane there, buddy.
Yeah, Pony's coming up.
Dutch will be spotted on the ward. He hits the turbos and he's ready to go.
Gets the fear back towards Renekton. Renekton going forward, has that stun up, gets knocked up, but Mind's Desire in a bad spot. Has flash, can get away, but is choosing not to use it. Gonna actually try for the eat, but Delta able to pick that one up.
And that was so well executed there by Dutch Clutch. Dutch Clutch using Onslaught of Shadows to get in there quickly. We got action in mid.
Yeah, it's not much gonna happen though. Cop just going in for a little trade.
With, the Silas Galio. So we saw Dutch Clutch actually ult in to get the fear, and then instead of auto attacking Mind's Desire right away, he actually held on to his auto attack because he had his E going. So he waited for like the fear to wear off, and then he used his E to actually knock Mind's Desire toward Delta Centauria and away from his turret. So really solid execution there by Dutch Clutch, and really great follow-up by Delta Centauria.
It was also good on Mind's Desire to know to hold on to that flash summoner spell because you're gonna need it for later.
And it's we should also mention Mind's Desire nearly turned a kill onto Delta. I'm pretty sure his feast was like was queuing like it was, you know, his feast was going, but he died like mid-feast or something like that. I don't actually know if the feast would have been enough to kill, but it would have been extremely close.
Yeah, Delta also had his ultimate up and didn't use it for that. So just holding on to all those triggers.
We're seeing the early Merc Treads completed for Delta Centauria. I think it makes a lot of sense. You pick up the tenacity and also helps you dodge the rupture. And Gramonot's pretty far up in this lane. Dutch Clutch might be thinking about going mid here.
Yeah, we have a roam up from the bot lane. Mont Blanc sniffing for the pony.
Okay.
Nothing's gonna happen there.
Oh wait,
Timberland going in, but good flash away. They're gonna go on to Mont Blanc though. The ultimate from Galio coming out across, going down, getting the huge knockup. Dragon in the fray as well. One down, Dutch Clutch going down. That will be... Sorry, one going down as well. 3 kills. Oh my god, Renekton getting a kill as well. TPing in, looking for Rain Freeze now, trying to run him out. And they're gonna look for this Infernal Drake. That was such a good TP from Delta on the backside. I didn't even see it.
That was wild.
Hell yeah, Mountain. This is what we wanted to see in the early game. Some aggression, looking at this pony, coming in. Nice engage from Timberland right there, getting the knockup, and forcing the Senna to flash away.
Big energy. We're also seeing that we do have this Rift Herald for Dutch Clutch. We've got about 2.5 minutes left on plating. Looks like both mid and top are on 5 plates. Bot will be on 3. Not sure where he's going to be looking to use this, but he is topside currently, pathing toward his bot lane, presumably. All the while, like, we got 3 kills on the Renekton, 2 kills on Silas. Kind of big sad seeing 3 assists on Kaisa, but hey, gold is gold. We take those, no deaths. Love to see it. And just look at this vision around this dragon pit where that last fight was. There's like 5 wards, 6 wards there.
Getting engaged on the top side though. Dutch Clutch going in, but in a bad spot. Amumu is hiding around the wall. He's gonna go down. Mind's Desire getting the kill.
And yeah, so Amumu is now a champion, you know? Pretty unfortunate for Dutch Clutch to get picked there, but you gotta try stuff. We are seeing Cop going pretty aggressive onto Gramonot in this trade, but takes a positive trade and just walks away. And we're seeing Mont Blanc and Covert Panda going exploring.
Yeah, and they've done this so much and just haven't been punished for it yet. I really want to see some focus from Dutch Clutch on this bot lane, because the Renekton is far enough ahead. They're going to get collapsed on right here. No summoner spells. Silas is coming down. Oh, nope, never mind. They're calling not to go for it.
Senna's got the turbos and gets out of there. We are seeing that as a result of leaving lane, Mountain Dew finally have priority in this bot lane, but they got the hit squad coming bot lane. Looks like Delta's gonna, or sorry, Dutch is gonna continue with his clear. You've gotta be using the Rift Herald like now. I guess it's gonna go in mid lane.
Could be a gank top. He can
soon and
run up there.
Go away in 40 seconds.
Nope, going for. I'm not sure if he's paying attention to it.
I also don't know if he is.
Good trade from Delta in the top lane though. Able to push the Cho'Gath out of lane. And here we go. Come on, drop it.
Oh man,
yeah,
dude, that was a
barely.
That was a big clench.
Barely got it off. TP in from the Galio though. Sentinel across onto Cop. The taunt's coming out, but Dutch Clutch has tower aggro, and they're able to get out with a couple of turret plates.
On that Herald. But they got it done, and they pick up 3 plates for their efforts.
Yeah, Mont Blanc in the bot lane, going in. Knifeu so low, but can't pick up the kill. Gonna go down now. Cobra Panda's looking for Timberland. Has the ultimate going, this trample, but I don't know if Timberland's gonna be able to get out of this one.
Panda has no mana.
Yeah, but there's a Galio on the backside, knocking him up, going in, getting the kill. Gramonot there for the assist. Or the KS.
And unfortunate for Mountain, that kill goes on to the Alistar, not the Kaisa. So Kaisa's still sitting on 3 components: Noon Quiver, Pickaxe, and Crit Cloak.
Yeah, and the
we are seeing Mythics completed for Mind's Desire, Rain Freeze, and Grandma Nut. And Renekton, Delta Centauria finally picking up this Eclipse. So Delta is ready to brawl, but I actually don't know when the breakpoint will be that Mind's Desire can outtrade this Renekton. Not familiar with this matchup. but you gotta expect My Desire will pop level 11 here soon. He's like very, very close to 11, and he's gonna get bigger figuratively when he does.
I mean, literally as well, right?
Yeah.
More and more feast stacks. All the biggers.
Literally, yeah.
But we're seeing the trade, so we're gonna... oh, never mind. Amumu is here. It's not a 1v1. You can't do this. Good dash away, but the Banditage connects. Good flash out from Delta, though, avoiding Curse of the Sad Mummy.
And yeah, that is a big cooldown to be used right before this Rift Herald and Dragon are spawning. So Mountain's gonna love to see that Amumu does not have his ult. But look at this vision on the bot side of the map by Krugs. Like, look at this vision around this
crazy. It's so crazy. Timberland going in for a trade, but taking a ton of damage on the backside of it. Now Knife's going to get caught out, get hooked, and that's going to be an engage. Timberland knocking away the Senna. The ultimate comes across 2 members, but Dutch Clutch is here on the backside looking for Covert Panda. Going in with the ultimate, but there is a fleeing Covert Panda taking it up with the smite, and that is a good turnaround gank from Dutch Clutch.
Oh yeah. And that is music to their ears when they see this dragon spawning. Although Cop is caught out.
Getting taunted up, getting engaged upon, shut down, but now who's caught out? Looks like Gramina gonna go down. Another shutdown, but Kaisa dying in bot lane for some reason. Now My Desire in a bad spot. Delta is tanking up the turret, but doesn't want to go in for it.
And so we are seeing now it's a 3v3 with Covert Panda actually just spawning, so it's technically a 4v3 in Krug's favor. So could be another dragon for Krugs. Not sure if they're actually going to be starting it up though. Both teams might just be wanting to reset, give it the old parlay and reset and fight another day perhaps.
Yeah, Cop does have that TP up though, so it would be a 4v4 if they went for it now, but
yeah,
doesn't look like anyone is. Never mind, Amumu
no
just
parlay,
jumping
we're
straight on
in.
it.
Yep. Dutch is just sitting here waiting. Not sure. I guess he's expecting somebody to walk through the river. But yeah, Moon can just kind of sneak in from his own jungle side.
Yeah, it was a very nice bandage toss to place him straight into this bush right here. So, smart from Krugs, and they're able to take up another dragon for themselves. Getting a little bit of a lane swap, having Delta in the mid lane and Silas in the top, but looks like that's going to be swapped back in a second. We might see an engage right here. Ooh, Gramina in a bad spot. Gonna be able to get away though. Never mind, there is a pony stops, but he flashes away.
And we're finally seeing Kraken Slayer completed on Naifu Cat. And again, Covert Panda opting for the first item, Essence Reaver. Naifu Cat has finally cashed in his call. 26 stacks left on Covert Panda's call.
Ooh, Cop going in on Mind's Desire. The Senna ultimate is out across, so Galio is coming in, knocking him up. Cop in a bad spot, gonna die to Mind's Desire. The Feast going down, and now Dutch Clutch in a bad spot, gonna be ulted as well. Can't get out of that one, and that's gonna be a Rift Herald for Krugs.
Yeah, and we're starting to see the Mind's Desire snowball start. Both top laners now with very sizable bounties. And we're seeing, again, this Krugs bot lane just going where they please and taking this jungle.
And they know it's safe because they shove in. They saw 2 members die topside. They know it's free basically for them to take whatever they want.
And I mean, they see that where the mountain bot lane is, right? They actually do trade their turret for it, but I think this is okay. 19 minutes in, I don't think that turret's all too important. And all things considered, this kind of could make it harder for Kaisa to actually CS if she does continue going bot. Gotta expect her to swap up top maybe. But Mind's Desire is gonna he's ready to feast on Cop. Cop going back in for the CS. Oh no. Oh no.
I don't understand why they're lane swapping Delta out and Cop in.
Yeah, just...
Sorry, we had a little bit
really,
of a pause.
Very, very greedy there to go back for the CS, not respecting the Cho'Gath feast.
But also, you saw Cop and Dutch Clutch try to 2v1 the Cho'Gath in the top lane, and they did
Yeah.
about a third of his health before the Amumu got there and turned it. So you know Cop can't actually handle that 1v1. He's just doesn't have the
Right.
item spikes for it yet. And this Cho'Gath is just big. He's feasted on a lot of minions so far. And
Feasted on a
Delta
lot
can
of
actually
minions,
handle it.
too.
So
Dude, I'm
not
also
sure.
a bit confused with the swap. Taking a look at Cho's feast stacks, he has 3 champion feasts and 7 total, so he can still get 2 more off of minions. So he still has room to grow, but 3 champion feasts is really, really nice for him.
also, side note, we have a cat on fire. Seems to be the excuse.
Okay.
Another Rec League cat coming
It
in
appears
big.
that the cat is no longer on fire, or its owner is accepting that the cat is on fire and says Rekt League takes precedence. Let's continue.
That's a good one though.
All right, and we are
good
seeing the
excuse.
game going for the unpause. The cat is, yeah. I mean, the
Either
fire
dead
cat
or
is
still fire. Yeah,
We'll see what happens.
have to ask after the game.
Delta going aggressive on to Grandma Nut for this trade. Mont Blanc hitting the hook.
Oh, going in big, but I think Delta's going to be able to walk out of this one pretty easily.
So,
That's a pretty good ultimate, though.
Nice little pop and tickle with the Eclipse.
Renekton not having that ultimate is such a big thing for Krugs, because now they have pressure in whatever lane Renekton's in.
Yeah, thankfully for the Renekton, like the wave was kind of on his side of the map, so he didn't have to risk going into the jaws of Mind's Desire yet. Could still happen, we'll see. That is a 2-minute cooldown on Dominus, which is Renekton's ult. Never knew it was called that. So he still has probably about like 80 seconds or so on the cooldown. But we are seeing the feast cooldown for Cho'Gath now down to 63 seconds. So that early air
That
dragon,
is-
big help for Cho'Gath.
Oh, that is crazy. Naifu looking for something in the mid lane on Grandma. Don't know if they want this though. Grandma's just gonna kind of walk into Knife. And there's 3 man there. Alistar going in with a knockup as well. A lot of CC down. The shield from Senna is applied, but it's not enough. Grandma gonna go
so
down. One more
tanky.
auto attack. Naifu able to take that one up. Mind's Desire is here as well. Going in. Another knockup from Timberland. The ultimate from Silas from the Galio is gonna knock him up, but he's under turret already. That's a lot of damage being put down. He's gonna turn this feast down, but doesn't kill him. Takes him out with the W. Cop going into Zonius mode, but the ultimate from Nautilus is there. Gonna take him down as well. Double kill for the Cho'Gath. He is huge. He is a raid boss. Hecarim's here joining the fight, going in, getting the fear with the ultimate. Cobra Panda on the backside is able to walk out under the turret. Delta going in, getting silenced. A lot of damage being put down. Timberlake going back in, taking a tower shot, going down as well. Now we have Dutch Clutch getting knocked up. Senna flashing forward, getting the kill. And there's Rain Freeze on the backside of things, just cleaning up a pink ward.
Oh man, this. I think that's just not knowing. I think that's just Mountain not really knowing their damage profile all that well. It took them so long to kill that Galio, and then they're like, you know what? Let's keep going on this Cho'Gath. Like this Cho'Gath is even more tanky than the Galio, and it looked like consider how long it took you to kill that Galio, and then you want to dive this Cho'Gath. That's nuts. Also, like. Pretty unfortunate target selection there. You know, seeing Dutch Clutch continue to hit the Cho'Gath instead of Cobra Panda there at the end. And Mountain pays the price for it.
Yeah, and I mean, Cobra Panda did get down to about 300 health, so it's just. Yeah, you're so tempted to go for that easy kill.
Yeah.
But yeah, it allows for a now 4K gold lead, which was once an even game. And ooh, early smite coming out from Amumu, but Cho'Gath has the feast onto the dragon. Timberland's going in though. I think they're just gonna leave him and let him die. I don't know if they want to go in for this one. He's already dead. And Delta's ult's gonna run out, but Mont Blanc flashing forward with an ultimate, but no more engage coming out.
And I'm certain that that was actually planned for the early smite, because having the Cho'Gath feast the dragon is actually an extra stack for him, so that doesn't count as a minion stack.
Yeah, I just forgot that the Cho'Gath had feast up, and that's my bad. I was like, oh, he just used it in the previous fight.
All right, because I hadn't considered at first until the early smite happened. That was like really well played there. So for those who don't know, Cho'Gath can get 6 feast stacks from minions or like non-epic jungle monsters. So like from minions or jungle camps, and then any KOs he gets on champions or like Baron or Dragon with his feast are extra stacks that don't count toward that cap. So having the Cho'Gath feast the dragon is big value.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of these fights seem to be either A, Mountain getting caught out a little bit, or B, Mountain engaging, not being able to kill a champion, and then the rest of Krugs being there to clean it up.
Yeah, and I mean, it's their damage profile, or their damage is like, it's kind of weird, right? Like,
They need more items.
yeah.
That's what it is.
Need
The
more
Kaisa
items.
needs to scale up before they
Hylos
can
needs
really
to get
fight.
going. Kaisa needs to get going. Renekton's already going, but that's just one person, and I don't think Renekton was actually there for the mid lane brawl.
Yeah, it's honestly,
The dragon.
I liked Mountain's game plan going into this one, but the fact that Delta died very early on to the Cho'Gath before Hecarim could gank, it kind of threw that plan off a little bit. It slowed down the snowball of the Renekton, and now the Cho'Gath just became, as Adolma put in chat, unkillable.
Oh yeah, this is one massive dragon, dinosaur, whatever you want to call it.
It's like,
This Cho'Gath is thick.
ooh, and they're going in. Brain Freeze onto Cop. Galliol gonna be layered on top, getting the knockup, but Cop able to flash out over the
And,
wall. Timberland is in the bad
yeah,
spot,
for
though,
his brother
giving
Cop
his
here.
life. And Covert Panda gonna take that kill. 2-2 and 8 on the Senna.
Yeah, Cop unfortunately getting caught out there. Manages to escape, but at the price of Timmy's life. So, seen this a couple times from Cop, unfortunately, this series. But, you know, it'd be like that sometimes.
It do be like that. And now they're starting the Baron just going on it. Mont Blanc is pulling support. Good Sentinel across 3 members of the team, though, just dissuading him. And this Baron's gonna go down right now. It's smited instead of feasted, and Mont Blanc is looking for more. But they're just gonna disengage.
Yeah. And we're now seeing mythics completed for everyone. Oh my gosh. We got Thornmail Gargoyle on this on Mind's Desire here. This Cho'Gath.
He's so big.
Dude, you thought he was tanky? He just got tankier. 280 base armor, 74% reduction.
Oh, he's so big.
I mean, you got a Kraken Slayer on Kaisa, but you're gonna need to. I think Cho'Gath might be bigger than a Kraken, so it's gonna be hard to slay him. We are seeing the Abyssal Mask and completed for a Mumu, paired with a Bramble Vest, and we got the Hextech Rocket Belt and Zanya's for Grandma Nut. Opting for Lethality Senna, I like it. So we got the Dusk Blade completed on Covert Panda. And finally, we have a Rage Blade on this Kaisa, so 2-item Kaisa now. And we got the Death Stance Triforce on Hecarim, so they should be doing a bit more damage, but I think it might be too late because...
Oh, no. In my society, under the turret, onto Cobb, and he just feasts him.
Dealing with the Cho'Gath is a little difficult, especially when he picks up another champion.
I don't know if you can do this, Delta. You have your ultimate going, but you still don't have enough health.
He's going for it. He's going for it.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of the team is kind of roaming up to help, but this just leaves Senna on the bot side with a free turret and a minion wave. And now we have 2 members coming in for Delta. He flashes away, dashes away, but... actually, he's alive. Graham Nut moving super fast, though. Catching up, getting the flash forward and the taunt in these minions. Shutdown on the bot side, though. We have a fight going, and that is a Senna down. Knifeu Cat looking for more, going on to Mont Blanc. Getting the knockup from Timberland, and that is another shutdown for him. Really strong stuff from Knifeu and Tim.
Dollar bills for Knifeu, love to see it. And that is even bigger because the potential Dragon Soul just spawned. And so having the Krugs bot lane dead right now is not good for them. Good news is that, I mean, their soul will spawn again in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Ooh, good knock away from Timberland, though, keeping Knifeu alive. They're going in for this fight. Rain Freeze jumping straight onto Knife, and he is
teleporting in.
Destroyed! Oh. It was a 3v2, but they just got outplayed.
This was just, I don't know, it's got to be a lot, like, I don't know, like, Cop have teleport, you had the man advantage there on the dragon, you gotta be there. But we are seeing the Ocean Soul and 3 Ocean Dragons to boot completed for the Krugs. And there is no healing reduction on the side of Mountain. This is a terrible oversight.
Look at my society right now. He doesn't even care. He was saving that one minion, and he's just dancing under the turret. Cobra Panda, though, going super low from a couple of turret shots.
And
Stealing the Amumu ult. They're looking for this.
Mind's Desire is big. The Gargoyle active gives him a 3,500 health shield.
Oh, Naifu, no! He's gonna go down to Mind's Desire. 80 carries in 2020, am I right? The rest of the fight's going down, though. Cop in the middle of things, but gonna go down as well. Cobra Panda is super low, gonna get run down by the pony. Picking up a kill, but it's not enough. Grandma Nut going low, but there are 3 members dead on the side of Mountain right now. Timberland going low, but he's gonna stay alive for now. Gonna go down to Rain Freeze, and this is one member left.
Where are you going?
He's running away like a pony does. He's going back in, though. Oh, Rain Freeze going to be able to take him up with the Bandage Toss and the ultimate. And that is the ace for Krugs. And I think they're going to be able to end the game here.
The Bud Light ace that is the final nail in the coffin, I believe.
Yeah, and this guy taking up half my screen right now. Looking real good. Mind's Desire going in, looking for one more kill onto Naifu Cat. Taunt comes up. He's going to be able to pick it up. Never mind. Good dash away. Still going in, though. Yep, there's the feast. He's going down. Cop trying for something, but his last-ditch effort just isn't enough. We might have something. Timberland and Renekton are alive. They're going in, but Gremnuts on the backside just auto-attacking it. They're focusing the Nexus. They don't even really care. Mind's Desire getting another kill, getting the feast down, and the Nexus is dead, and we have a 2-0 for Krugs over Mountain.
Dang. Dang.
Dang indeed.
That, yeah, so Cho'Gath's decent.
Holy crap. He got so big in...
He's an unkillable raid boss. But, I mean, a lot of it's perpetuated by his team, right? It's not just Mind's Desire there. We saw there was counterplay for Mountain early, but they just kind of kept sparring at points that were more favorable for Krugs. And yeah, when that happens, you lose those fights, and you see what happens as a result.
Yeah, and if you look at the damage graph real quick, the second highest damage in the game was Galio at 19,000. The highest was Cho'Gath at 33,000. It's just almost doubled everybody else's damage in the game. So Mind's Desire,
absolutely insane.
Yeah, and again,
yeah, it's like
Mountain.
Yeah,
sorry, Mountain
definitely
had a good...
not enough damage there on the side of Mountain. 3 members being below 10,000 champion damage, like that's not going to cut it when you're playing against a 4,000 health Cho'Gath.
Yeah, that is true. But Mountain, they had a good game plan, right? They had the Kaisa for the backline damage that'll cut through tanks pretty well. They have the early game Renekton that they wanted to get ahead in the lane. And it was kind of just like game 1. They had a strategy, but it didn't pan out because they got outplayed really early on in the game and gave up a couple early deaths. And at least this game, they showed more signs of life. You know, they came ahead, they made some plays, they got some kills. It was very even up until the 15-minute mark. But yeah, the Cho'Gath, the Cho'Gath just got so big. So
I guess it's interview time.
It is interview time. And
so I was thinking you got to talk to Mind's Desire after that performance.
I think we do.
And
it doesn't seem fair to talk to anyone else.
Mr. Fantastic himself.
Sounds good. We can ask them if they're... Would you like to ask them if they're still there?
They said they're good, yeah.
Okay. So let's bring them up. So Mind's Desire and Covert Panda. You don't have the ability to bring them up, do you?
I do not. And it turns out that... so pardon me for shorting Mind's Desire. That Cho'Gath was not a 4,000 health Cho'Gath. That was a 5,800 health Cho'Gath. So that's decent.
All right. We're going to bring him up right now and then transfer over. Let's see.
Hello.
Hello. 1 second. Got. All right. Hello and congratulations on that 2-0. We got Minds Desire and Cobra Panda joining us here. Wow, that was a hell of a series from you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you. I think we put a lot of work into this patch, and I'm glad that it paid off.
It showed for sure.
We were, we were playing games on the PvE a couple days before it dropped on Wednesday, just to start getting ahead of the item changes. We identified what we thought was strong, and then we kind of checked with the data to make sure that what we thought was strong actually was strong. Working on what champions are good in this patch, etc. So, obviously this could all change very quickly, but I think we put in a lot of work for this specific weekend, and I'm glad it paid off.
Love to hear it. Could you tell us a bit about maybe like your matchup specific prep, or kind of like what you guys expected from your respective lanes, and kind of
Yes, so we basically identified the champions that the Mountain had the most success with, which tended to be Camille, Galio, and then Naifu Cat and Samira were like, when they got those champions, they won games. So we just identified that we're not going to let Delta Centaria have Camille. He just doesn't get to play that champion. That's the champion he's had the most success on. Cop doesn't get to play Galio, and then we'll go from there. And so, game 1 we banned them. Game 2 we picked the Galio, and then we just kind of built our comp around that. I didn't really play any like carry oriented champions because I just think this meta is very good for tanks at the moment, and it just so happens that I love playing tanks. And so it's the little known secret, I guess, is that I love playing tanks, and so when they ban all my Jax and Kale and all these champions, it just puts me on things I like to play anyway. So we'll see how the rest, the patch shakes out from here, but I think, our team definitely was very flexible in our picks, and I think, we had James Grandma not picking up Galio, before, so we could do stuff like pick it away. And yeah, Spencer, do you have anything to
My
let's
prep
hear the
was
bot lane
just,
technology.
just a lot of tears, a lot of sadness.
There was a lot of tears from Cobra Panda in our lots of practice games.
Yeah, the AD carries, the items are just weird. It seems like they should be really strong, and then as the games play out, they just usually don't feel that way. We found Senna. It was the first champion I really tried to do much on because I just really like Senna. Tried doing a few things. Was doing Eclipse before it got hotfix nerfed. But a lot of people are still building Senna with like mana immune and stuff. And I think you can't fall behind early as AD carry in this meta, because then you can't ever catch up to the tanks. So starting tier is terrible. So I stopped doing that on Senna and started having a lot more success. Obviously game 2 less so than game 1, but I think it's like very limited on the AD carries that are good right now, and just had to play around what we know.
Why do you think
And
the
it looks
Senna?
like you did that quite well.
Yeah. So Cover. Why do you think the Senna pick works so well for your team?
Just because it works really well for me. It's a champion that I'm really confident on and comfortable on, and I don't know, it sounds weird, but like just the flow of how that champion plays, I just like a lot. So it's also not a hyper carry champion. Like, I'm not Zeem, unfortunately. So having me on Senna where I can still support my team, with ults across map, getting us out with the ghoul shroud, whatever, having the roots and the CC and that kind of stuff is just better towards my playstyle.
I would like to shout out our boy Jamu.
Yeah,
for
honorary Krug member.
Yeah, joining Team Yeprock for Clash yesterday, and we learned that the secret to top lane is picking champions that have the most size. And so any champion
Size. Yes, we did see a
that
couple
size scales, you gotta get size
size
D up in
shoutouts.
top lane. That's how you actually win. Is you get size D. So
sounds
it's a
good.
pretty good meta for sizable, if you ask me.
Ooh. All right,
I don't know
so
who that is.
let's
Nobody
talk about
actually is named sizable.
let's talk about the chokeout for a second. How did it feel in that game? Just walking in, tanking up 3 tower shots, dancing, and having no health done after the Ocean Soul.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like so. Basically, I got the first blood kill because I just think Delta has not played against Cho'Gath that much, or like just underestimated what I was gonna do. He got hit by all my abilities, and then I just killed him with a grass proc. And then I started getting ganked a lot, which is fine. I honestly expect to get ganked in a lot of these games, and so I died to a couple of ganks. I shouldn't have died to the Galio or the Silas gank because it got called, and I just was stupid. And then, so I was a little bit behind, and the Renekton got the TV play bottom, and so he was like 3-1, and I'm like, all right, well, I just got to make sure that he doesn't kill me in lane anymore. And so we got that big counter gank top lane where Amumu killed Dutch Clutch, and I got to eat him, and I just started building up my feast stacks, and then I just never died for the rest of the game after that because this gauntlet item is really insane on Cho'Gath specifically because the field scales on your health. I don't know if you guys were like noticing the fields in like their base at the end of the game, but like it was covering up like half their base. So I think that Cho'Gath in general just like is one of those champions that if you get ahead, it feels very hopeless. You just see Godzilla running at you, and you're just like, what am I supposed to do?
Not a lot in that game, apparently.
I mean, you have to be Vayne,
was-
right? Like so,
Yeah.
like if you're gonna play like Kai'Sa should be in theory a tank buster, but the real truth is unless you're Vayne in this meta, you can't kill tanks. Like if they're ahead, for instance. Like if that was 3-item Vayne, I actually can die, but like no other AD carry can kill me on 3 items. Like Cho'Gath or Kog'Maw could, but like he never gets the chance to sit still and hit me. Like Vayne is the only champion that can kill these tanks. So that is if we got some Vayne specialists out there calling all J Herbos.
Calling all Hervos indeed.
So, but yeah, I mean, I think the new patch is super fun. I don't know how much of the patch you guys have played. I played with Neil on PBE as we were learning the items, but like after playing the patch more, I think all of the items changes I think are good. I like a lot of the things they did. I think they really just missed the mark on the 80 items. The 80 items just feel like they don't have enough stats for their cost, and they scale too slowly compared to the other champions. Like all the the tank champions scale off their Sunfire Cape. Like as soon as you hit your Sunfire Cape item, you're immediately strong. These mages, as soon as they hit their Ludens, their Rocket Belt or whatever, they're strong. So I feel like they hit the mark on those items, and I feel like the 80 items just need to be some more stats, some more 80 or whatever. Like that's just like the big miss at the moment, and it's kind of showing in some of these games. But overall, I'm having a lot of fun in this patch. Obviously, I think some numbers need to be fixed, either by champions or items. Sunfire Cape, I think is just completely overtuned. Probably the most overtuned item at the moment. But we'll see what they do in the next week or whatever.
And Panda, how do you feel about the patch right now?
Okay. It's not as bad after Eclipse got nerfed. But it's just tough to be an AD carry. It just feels like every game's kind of a coin flip. So you can choose to not fight, but then if their top laner, mid laner gets to a couple kills and you don't have any, then you're already too far behind. If you choose to fight and lose, you're too far behind. And like Mind Desire said, I get a shield bow and it doesn't do anything, and I get like 2 shot by a Luden's Echo or something like that. I'm like, oh cool, shield bow, thanks.
Helpful.
So it's none of the so I was building Essence Reaver on Senna first because I just think the power spike's better. But that's even building a non-legendary item first to try and see if it gives you like more power. For the most part, doesn't really work. It's
And
just
you
not
didn't
the
even
same
build
as
a-
those.
You didn't even build an AD legendary item, right? Like you built one of the assassin
Yeah.
mythic items or whatever, right? So
Right.
that should kind of tell you the state of the AD items. I just think the AD carry mythics are they just miss the mark. Like they don't do enough compared to the other mythics. Like the mythic spikes are so big on a lot of these champions.
It just seems like they made it first items for a lot of people. Like you would build Ludens first on some mages, not all of them, but that was like those items were kind of the build path you wanted. AD carries weren't building Zeal first because it's not good, and then they made every AD carry starting item a Zeal item. So you don't have like the AD to take advantage of those items. Like you can't you're not building IE first or Storm Razor first, like BF sword items, which I think makes it feel a lot worse. So yeah, you attack a little bit faster, but when those attacks, like you only get a couple attacks, so when they don't hit for anything, it just feels really bad.
That's fair. All right, well, maybe we'll be seeing some more mages pop up in the bot lanes and maybe some brawlers. But
Or they
Yeah,
can just
I mean,
fix it.
we'll
Yeah.
we'll see.
Or
I think
half-fix.
according to the analytics in bottom lane, like the top 6 win rates are all mages,
Yeah, it's
and
mages,
then
then Jhin, then
and
more
then Jhin.
mages, then Ashe.
And then more
Yeah,
mages.
Jhin, Ash,
Seven
Samira
mages.
are like numbers 8, 9, and 10, and then it's like 6 mages ahead of them.
I would like to shout out Brain Freeze, our jungler, for picking up a Mumu and just crushing. Honestly, it's
yeah.
insane games, and obviously, Funfire win cape is too strong, but doesn't mean we can't abuse it. For
Yeah,
now,
I mean, as long as the items are in the game, you should be able to buy them. Yeah, I think we saw 2 Sunfires the first game and 2 the second game.
I,
we
I
didn't have
built
two
the
in
I
the
built the
second
chili.
game because
I built the mitten because I had to
Oh,
get I
right.
had to get more size.
I
More
was a little
size.
confused. I thought new items were going to be banned this week, like new champions, but
I think it would have been pretty impossible to play on this patch if we
Maybe,
had new items
maybe.
banned, but you know,
I'm
whatever.
with Panda on this one.
Anyways, so last question for you guys. You won 2 over Mountain, so it puts you in the next seed of the bracket, and you're going to be playing against Bramble. What are your thoughts on that matchup?
I'm
Just-
excited about it.
Yeah.
It's a new bot lane that I think will maybe like fight with us a little bit more. A lot of the bot lanes against a White Mountain and I just won't fight a lot of the time. I think Mountain's bot lane did a good job the second game of picking champions that they could fight on. So it might be bad for us if the fights go bad, but maybe at least a little more fun in the bottom lane.
I know Nullark's happy.
He's not going to be in the bottom lane. But
He will
Yeah,
not
but
be.
Nullark has said that he wants to lane versus me.
he's
so
down to scrap. He's always
yeah,
down to
exactly.
scrap.
I look for people who want to battle.
Yeah, we'll have to see how the single Nullark fares against you. Doesn't seem like you guys are very scared, though. So, looking forward to that one.
I mean, it's not about being scared, right? It's just another team. Like we treat all teams with respect, you know, regardless of who's playing or whatever, and we play our game. You know, so when we play Bramble, it's the same thing. We just make smart picks and bans, and then play League of Legends. You know, play the way we want to play, and you know, try and win. That's really it. It's not about being afraid. It's just about playing our game, basically.
All right.
Respect
good.
all, fear none.
There you go.
Hell yeah. I love the mental. That is great. But thank you very much for joining us once again. Val, do you have anything else for him?
No, I just want to thank you guys for putting on a great show, and shout out to Mountain as well for trying to fight back, and wish them the best of luck in their next
Yeah.
matchup.
Yeah, well, I wish them luck in their losers bracket matchup, and then maybe they can submarine all the way through, right?
Those best of ones going to be clutch. All right, but we're going to call it right there. Thank you again, my Zion Cobra Panda, for joining us. Thank you, Valid, for joining me on this cast. It was a pleasure to have you. Good luck in your games later today at 5. And thank you to all of Twitch chat for joining us. We got some fun playoff matches ahead. We're going to see Mountain versus Air in the loser side. It's going to be a best of 1 to see who can stay alive, and it's going to be a good one. I'll be joined by Crack Variety, so stay tuned for that at 4 o'clock. And with that, we'll sign off for now, and we'll see you in about an hour. Have a good one.